I have a confession to make. I'm a racist. I know, that might sound terrible, but it's true. I'm a full-blown racist. Not like an actual racist, though, but like in terms of I'm a racer, because that's what they're called in Redline. They're racists. Redline is a 2011 anime movie. To be honest, I actually wasn't going to watch it last night. I was going to watch the Testament of Sister New Devil Season 2 to continue the video I made yesterday. But it was like 4, almost 5 in the morning, and at that point, I didn't want to commit 3 to 4 hours to watch a show, because I had to be up at like around 10:30. So that would have left me with like 1 or 2 hours of sleep, and that's pushing it. That's pushing it even for me. So I ended up scrolling on Mal and looking through their anime movies list, and I came across Redline. And I've heard a lot of good stuff about Redline, so I've had a mean to watch it for some time. I ended up watching it, and, well, it was actually really good. But before we get into that, I gotta address the elephant in the room. This little weird thing right here. No, I'm not a lizard. I'm not a shape-shifting little lizard man. It's a pimple patch, because I popped a pimple there today, and it just started bleeding profusely, like a fat bitch on her period. And so I popped it on there to, I guess, heal it, or whatever the fuck they do. Now that the elephant has been addressed, let's actually get into this movie. Redline is undoubtedly one of the most visually pleasing pieces of anime to ever exist. This isn't even a subjective take. Redline is objectively one of the best animes in terms of art style and animation. Like, it is a 10 out of 10 objectively, 100% in those two categories. If anyone ever tries to tell you that this anime isn't a 10 out of 10 in those departments, just tell them to shut up. Like, this guy here, shut up. That is just the dumbest thing you could possibly say. Oh, it's over-animated. It's over-animated. No, it's not. You are dumb if you think that. The amount of fluidity in each frame is crazy. This shit's like a woo, woo. Like, when he, or when JP's the main character, when he turns on his Trans Am, dude, it just stretches out like this. It is just so sick. And it's not just with him, it's legit everyone. When Machine Head transforms, when the two bimbo chicks transform, everything just looks so cool. The animation, the art style, and the art style actually too, they'll change it depending on what's going on. Like, there's just one scene where it shows this little weird family, and it's in a completely different art style, which is pretty cool. It just shows the dynamics of or how dynamic this anime actually is. The animation is also topped off with this crazy good sound design. Like, I've never thought about it before, but how do these people make these sound effects? Like, when they do the transformations, when they pop the nitro gas, all this crazy stuff, it just sounds like the most ethereal, just transcended sounds ever. And it's just so cool. It complements the crazy, funky art style so well. It's kind of funny, too, because I'm wearing a JoJo's shirt right now. And this anime is like JoJo's in the way it has that funky, cool art style and some of the best sound effects ever. Also, I'm not a person who really cares about realism in these shows. I mean, of course, you're watching an anime that takes place in deep galactic space, so realism isn't going to be like a major factor. But it's cool when they throw in realistic things. Like, I forgot where I read this at. I read this like forever ago. But real racers in their race cars, they got to train their body to withstand the pressure when they're speeding. Because if not, like, it'll just tear them up. And in this movie, when they speed too much, like when they get too fast, they'll just start bleeding out their noses, out their mouth, which I think's a really cool touch to make it just feel a bit better. But that's enough about the animation and realistic stuff. Let's get into the story, because the story's pretty good. I mean, yeah, you're going to be watching this anime for the animation, just like how yesterday you're not going to be watching the Testament Sister New Devil or whatever for the story. You're going to be watching it for the harem. This anime, you're realistically going to be watching for the sick-ass visuals. But the story, nonetheless, is actually not that bad. It's actually pretty good. Redline is an illegal underground racing event that takes place about every 5 years. To qualify for the Redline, you have to compete in other minor races or semi-minor races like the Yellow Line and the Blue Line. And in the Redline, anything goes. In the Redline, you can legit kill people. You can mod your car out with turrets, bombs, anything. Legit anything. Your turret, or not your turret, your car, you can mod it to the fact that it can literally turn into a mech. You can turn your car into a transformer. So it's safe to say that these races are crazy. This is not your average NASCAR, no. This is where true racists freaking duke it out to find out who the top racist truly is. And, of course, our main character, JP, and a few others don't like using, violence. So that even makes it a bit cooler. So, yeah, it's a good story. Anime movies tend to have some issues with them, and this one's, still an anime movie and has those issues. There's some minor issues with pacing, and since it's a movie and not a really long one at that, it's only, I believe, an hour and 40 minutes long, some characters aren't fully fleshed out like how I'd like them to be, but you have to look at it from the lens of a movie. Yesterday, these were the ecchi glasses. Today, they're the movie glasses. You gotta look at them through the movie glasses eyes, through the shorter movie glasses eyes too. Every character is not going to be fully developed. It's just impossible. But with that in mind, it was a good story. I would have to probably give it a 7, maybe an 8 in terms of the story. And then if we throw in the animation on top of it and, collide them and average it out, I would say it's about a 9. I would call this anime a 9. Of course, if you're watching this, the main factor, the main driving factor, no pun intended, is going to be the animation. Because the animation is good. And for that alone, you need to watch this show. Or this anime, this movie, I'm an idiot. But trust me. Do yourself a favor. Watch it. It's not long. It's only about an hour and 40 minutes long, like I said. And I promise you will like it. At least visually. Not at least. I meant especially visually. With that being said, this wraps up the video. This is I believe this is number 4 out of 365 daily anime reviews I want to do. So, yeah, please subscribe. Yesterday, we actually gained a subscriber for my video. Put me at 4. That's my first real subscriber, because the one was me and 2 of my friends, so, shit, safe to say, I'm in the big leagues now. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next video. Please, subscribe, though. Alright, see y'all.